What is going on, golf fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Press Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Hartman, on this Wednesday show, where every single Wednesday I get you glued in to the upcoming tournament on the PGA Tour. In this case, we're talking about the Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village Golf Course. This is Jack's tournament, but before we take a look ahead, those of you that listen every week, you know we got to take a look back to see how we did in our previous tournament, which was the Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial Country Club in Fort Worth, Texas. In case you forget, let's go over the odds. We'll see if our streak continues. We came off the CJ Cup. We were 4 out of 8 the week prior, and we've been on a streak. We've had a good streak here, and I think we kept it up. But let's look at the odds from last week. Ludwig Oberg plus 1,000, Russell Henley plus 2,000, Bobby Mack, Robert McIntyre plus 2,050, Ricky Fowler plus 2,400, and Justin Thomas at 2,500, rounded out the top 5. So what were our picks last week? Because again, I say this every week. I am big on accountability. There are some people that put out picks, not just for golf, but for other sports. And if they lose, they don't talk about it. But if they win, they pat themselves on the back. I understand that I'm going to lose picks. There's not no one that does golf picks gets them right every week. So what we did is we had our favorite long shots, as we always do. My favorite pick was Ludwig Oberg at plus 1,000. And honestly, he didn't play poorly, but he has really struggled to put 4 quality rounds of golf together, at least since the Players earlier this spring. He finished tied for 17, so a far cry from the outright winner. Our long shot play at first, Thursday and Friday, looked really solid, maybe vying for not just a top 10, but maybe for the win. Hideki Matsuyama plus 3,100. He finished tied for 13th. We're going to talk about Hideki here in the next few picks, but neither of our top 2 picks hit. That's not abnormal in golf betting. Now let's go to top 5, top 10, and top 20. Top 5. I took Justin Thomas, plus 500. Loved those odds. Thought he was going to play well. And he did play well, just not top 5. He finished tied for 13th, had a nice birdie on 18 to cap off his tournament and move him into that T13 position. But again, not top 5. So we missed that one. I then took Ludwig Oberg at plus 225, top 5 at 17th. No. So we go over 2 on our top 5. Then we go to top 10. This is where we made our money. Top 10 picks, Ben Griffin. I had it plus 240 odds to finish in the top 10. He finishes tied for 3rd, so therefore we hit that pick at plus 240 odds. And also, JJ Spawn, I had him at plus 290. He gets a T6, so tied for 6th, and therefore we cash on both of our top 10 plays from last week. Ben Griffin and JJ Spawn both finish in the top 10. So let's go to top 20. I took Ricky Fowler. I don't know why. I just felt like Ricky Fowler was playing decent golf. He was the 4th odds-on favorite. The sports books typically tell you something there. He was plus 110, and he missed the cut. Didn't even play on the weekend. So that was a gut punch. The only pick that we had that didn't play on the weekend. And my gut pick of the week was our long shot play at Hideki Matsuyama, plus 134 to be in the top 20. He finishes tied for 13th. So that cashes. So out of the top 8, those are the picks I always say are the most important to me. We went 3 out of 8. So that's pretty darn good. In the last 2 weeks, we've almost been in our top 8 picks. We're just shy of 500, 7 for 16 in the last 2 weeks. Now our bonus plays, we did have 3. We had the double of Ludwig or Justin Thomas at plus 710. That did not hit. I took the margin of victory of 3 shots. It was a playoff, so a 1-shot victory. That did not hit. But our triple play did hit Ludwig Oberg, Russell Henley, or Ben Griffin to win. Russell Henley wins plus 490. So we go 3 out of 8 on the regular picks, 1 out of 3 on the bonus. A really good tournament for us, and we've put 2 together. Let's see if we can keep that going as we head to, again, the Memorial Golf Tournament in Muirfield Village. This is a signature event, but keep in mind, folks, this is a cut event. Some of these signature events, they've moved away from the cut line. This one, Jack's tournament, yeah, you got to make the cut. Top 50 make it, or you got to be within a certain amount of strokes. I don't know if it's 10 or maybe, I don't know. You got to be within a certain amount of strokes of the leader to make the cut. And so here we have a cut event at Muirfield Village Golf Club, par 72, 7,569 yards. A lot of tour players say that outside of majors, this is one of the toughest tests on the tour schedule. Let's take a look at the past winners. Scotty Scheffler, he won it in 2025. He won it in 2024. In 2023, it was Victor Hovland. And in 2022, it was Billy Horschel. So Scotty Scheffler, obviously is going to be in this field. It's a signature event. This is a big event. There's a lot of people playing in this golf tournament. Let's take a look at the top 5 odds heading into the Memorial. Scotty Scheffler has plus 310 odds to win. Rory McIlroy's plus 980. Cam Young plus 1,425. Ludwig Overg at plus 1,600, and Xander Schauffele rounds out the top 5 at plus 1,700. So let's take a look at our picks. We have favorite and long shot plays as we always do. I'm going to go with Scotty Scheffler to win. And you might say, well, Jeff, it just feels like you're taking the odds on favorite every week. Maybe that is the case, but at the same time, you're trying to also make logical picks to possibly win. And when you have, let's go last week, Eric Cole. He loses in the playoff, and Russell Henley, who was in the top 5 last week, ends up winning. Eric Cole was not in anyone's radar to win this tournament. If you're trying to pick outright winners in golf, it is unbelievably difficult, even with Scotty Scheffler. But he loves this course. He loves this event. He's won it the last 2 times. If he wins a 3rd straight, I think I saw this on social media earlier this morning, he would actually be the first player since Tiger Woods who won tournaments 5 or 6 times in a row. I know he always tore up Firestone in Akron. He always played well there. Picks, outright, favorite, long shot. Let's start with Scotty Scheffler. I'm going to take Scotty Scheffler at plus 310. Plus 310 odds. The last time we took Scotty outright, he was plus 170, so it's better odds. Why? Because it's a stronger field. You have Rory McIlroy, Cameron Young, all those players are going to be in the field. But I've got Scotty at plus 310 to win. Now we go to long shot. Ben Griffin. I like Ben Griffin's game. He's been playing better. He won 3 times on tour last year. He was the clubhouse leader last weekend before, obviously, Eric Cole parred on 18. And they went to a playoff, but he was only 1 shot off T3 finish. I'm going to go with Ben Griffin at plus 4,000 to win this. That's my long shot play. Ben Griffin at plus 4,000. So let's go to our top 5, top 10, and top 20. Top 5. I'm going to go Cameron Young. Cameron Young, he's had a couple weeks off. He should be a little bit more rejuvenated after having a really hot start to the year, winning the Players, winning the signature event, the Cadillac down at Doral. I've got Cameron Young at plus 260 to be in the top 5. I'm also going to go with Scotty Scheffler to be in the top 5 at minus 148. So this is one of those where if you're playing Scotty Scheffler, if you put $20 down, you're not going to win a ton of money, but you can still win some money. So it's not plus odds, but I think that Scotty, even if he doesn't win, is going to be in the top 5. So we're going to go Cameron Young and Scotty Scheffler as our top 5 picks. Now, top 10, I'm going to go Ludwig Overg. I said this last week. And I'll say it again. I feel like he's better suited for the top 10 area than he is the top 5. You get good odds with him, plus 136. I like Ludwig Overg in the top 10 at the Memorial. And I'm also going to go with Rory McIlroy at minus 108. Rory's done okay outside of the majors, but it just doesn't seem like it's there. So I've got Rory minus 108 again. If you bet $20, you're probably going to win about 38. Okay, so it's not going to give you the greatest return, but I'm going to go with Ludwig and Rory in my top 10. Let's go to top 20. I had Chris Gotterup here. Chris Gotterup, again, he's taken some weeks off. That's fine. He's played a lot of golf. He's already won twice on tour this year. Chris Gotterup at plus 132 to be in the top 20. He's a good striker of the golf ball. I think this course sets up well for him. Plus 132, we like Chris Gotterup. And my gut pick of the week, I went with him a couple weeks ago, almost about a month ago. It cashed then. I hope it cashes now. Sepp Straka at plus 146. He typically plays well at Muirfield Village. I'm only asking for a top 20 here, Sepp. So let's see if the 2 big boys, Chris Gotterup and Sepp Straka, can help us with our top 20. So we do have some bonus plays this week. We're getting away from the winning margin for a week. Let's go with a double play. I have Scotty or Cameron Young to win. Either one of those 2 guys wins, plus 215. Then let's go to our triple play. Scotty, Rory, or Cam Young, plus 146. And then I'm going to go the top 20 parlay. If Rory, Ludwig, and Matt Fitzpatrick all finish in the top 20, we cash out at plus 260. So those bonus plays, again, the double play, Scotty or Cam Young, plus 215. Triple play, Scotty, Rory, or Cameron Young, plus 146. Top 20 parlay, Rory, Ludwig, Matt Fitzpatrick, plus 260. So I hope what these illustrate to everyone out there is that when you're trying to gamble on golf, if you choose to gamble, remember, only gamble the money that you're okay losing. understand that I'm not making all of these plays. If any of these plays, these are just my educated guesses. I've kind of really started to dial in on golf as a way to kind of make a name for myself, so to speak, in terms of this space. And I do not like to hang my hat on the outright picks. I hang my hat on the top 5, top 10, and top 20. So those 6 selections are what I care about the most in terms of the top 8. So keep that in the back of your mind. The bonus plays are just that. They're bonus plays. You could throw a few bucks down, get a good return. If you don't, you're fine. You're not betting your mortgage. I wouldn't bet my mortgage on anything anyways. Keep that in mind as you're heading to the local sports book. And again, I'm not sponsored by any sports book. These odds that I have are based off the DraftKings Sportsbook the morning of me recording this. If you can get better odds, if FanDuel provides Scotty Scheffler or close to plus 400, take Scotty at plus 400 if you like Scotty Scheffler. If BetMGM is giving plus 450, take the best odds that you can get. You're not locked into these numbers that I'm providing here on this particular podcast. I will be back tomorrow in some capacity. We'll see what that looks like. In the meantime, you know how we finish it out. Be safe, be kind, and God bless. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.